Right, we are live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are back for some more sevens. This time the London Sevens is here, the last leg of this season for the World Rugby Sevens. So it's a shame in some ways, but it's going to be an entertaining competition. France versus Samoa, a great match to start us off here on the live commentary. Looking through at France's starting lineup, it will be Jonathan Lagelle, Simon, Hall, Stephen Perez, Pauline Riva, Trabau, and Grandidier. Last man for France. Then for the Samoans, Valvasa Afasua, Motu Opitai, Taunuu Naulivaya, Va'a Pilomaleko, Milani Matavao returning to the side. She'll be able to have a real impact here. Also, Fa'afoi Falaniko and Noeli Letufia, the last man in that Samoan starting lineup. Both sides ready to go. France are wearing the blue. The Samoans, they are going to be wearing their away strip with the white. I will quickly turn on this light because we forgot to before the stream went live. But we have just finished the Super Rugby live stream taking place between the between the Hurricanes and the Chiefs. Now we are ready to go. It is kicked off by France to get us underway. Samoa last week, they didn't have the best run, unfortunately. Managed to get themselves 11th place, whereas France finished third. They'll be looking to continue their momentum. Samoa deep inside of their own 22 with the ball here. Pilomaleko, big bump off. Getting rid of two of the defenders, but Simon drags him down. Smash the like button. Says Darren there, you heard the man. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. But Samoa going across to the right-hand side. Vawasa Afasua, inside ball. Tamalani Matavao looking fresh since returning from his injury, but that's going to be the knock-on from Nuolivaya. Now looking to fire back. Grandidier, great stepping here from the French number 9. He has got a ton of strapping on his legs. Hopefully he will be all right to continue throughout the whole competition. Lagelle now. Now, I mentioned in my preview that man alone has got almost more caps and more events under his belt than the whole of the Samoan side. Now, Stephen Perez, nice step. Dragged down again, though, by Samoa. Found the offload up to Grandidier. He's through. And that will be the first try of the contest for the French. Very small in-goal areas, I should mention, for this Twickenham field and also the London Sevens, which does mean you don't want to be going a little bit too quick into the in-goal area, or else you could find yourself possibly going a bit far. But Grandidier, brilliantly done to get that offload from his teammate, Stephen Perez, who kept that ball alive. They get the first try, and they reap the rewards here, France and London. Grandidier very happy with that one. And the kick is successful. 7-0 now for the French over Samoa. Should mention also in this pool, Australia and Spain, we did see the Australians get themselves the victory over Spain not too long ago. That other light that I also didn't turn on before this one. But straight after this game, we have got the Fijian Drua. They'll be taking on the Waratahs. And then after that, we have actually got more of the London Sevens just around the corner. Nicely taken there by Noeli Letufia. Wrestled down low by Stephen Perez. Now, Samoa, they have spent a majority of this game playing inside of their own half. Now looking to shift it wide. Out to Va'a Pilomaleko. Gets rid of Grandidier. Shoves off Trabau. And still going. Va'a Pilomaleko showing off a masterclass of stepping. He's cut through everyone. And that is going to be the try for the Samoans to get them back into the contest. Big fend on Grandidier, the try scorer for France, and then just kept finding gaps, kept creating opportunities for himself to run his way through. This was sensational work from Va'a Pilomaleko. Every time it looked like he was going to be stopped, straight away, someone else didn't get close. I went to London Sevens a number of years back. As soon as England were knocked out, the majority of the crowd went home. There's Stephen there. I guess it might be a little bit different now, seeing as GB at times haven't been going that great, and they are classed as GB rather than the separate sides. A few people definitely celebrating that try for the Samoans. So far, series try, he is sitting in second on 40. Marcos Mineta, the only player ahead of him, he is sitting there on 43. The Argentine Mineta, he'll be in action later on. We are covering their game up against the Fijians, I believe. Stephen Perez, there was a knock on there from Samoa first, but then there was one by France. And they do say that Samoa now have got the ball. Noeli Letufia, in fact, it was Naulivaya, goes off to Valvasa score for Valvasa Afasua. And now they've taken the lead. Where did George go? He has gone home. I think he's going to be going to bed in about an hour or so, but he will be coming around tomorrow for us to do some filming. So by the sounds of it, that will be relatively early in the morning. So yeah, we might be running off a little bit of a lack of sleep for the weekend, but that's just every weekend at this stage for us. And come on, Samoa, says Lau Philly, but brilliant try from Valvas Afasua. That is 2 out of the 3 co-captains have got themselves a try. The only one remaining is Milani Matavao. And he has just come back from injury. So if he is able to score himself the try, all 3 co-captains doing well. But currently, the way that it sits, the Samoans are in 6th alongside South Africa in the men's overall standings. Now, the top 5 qualify, which is why it's so important that Samoa are able to stop Australia and then also boost themselves up. It's a bit weird because France are the home side. So I believe that I would have thought they already had the automatic qualification. Nice take from Legel, driven backwards. Good work in the breakdown there by Paul, I believe it was. Just closing that one off. Trabal goes across now on the outside. Riva finds the pass on the outside. The Grandidier, who is quick, but Milani Matavao. In fact, it's Va'apilomaliko able to stop him. Gets over the ball. Clean turnover there for the Samoans. I think they're going to get... It's a bit unlucky there, unfortunately, because I thought it should have been a Va'apilomaliko penalty for not releasing, but instead he got the ball clean, and then France actually got themselves the penalty. Keep it going, Samoa. Go the Manu, says Tassi there. Score prediction that I gave for this game was 26 points to 12 in favour of the French. I was very harsh on Samoa for this one, but that is good because normally when I say a side's going to lose, they win. So maybe a bit of reverse psychology there. Now Legel swooping around to the right-hand side. It is Perez Grandidier. Ball on the outside to Trabal. He's now getting wrestled towards the touchline by Motu Opitai. Counter ruck here from Samoa, not quite getting it back to the left-hand side. Now Legel. Ball out to Riva. Huge amount of experience there and a massive amount of tries being scored by that man in the past. Now, going to be once again back across from the Gel. 1 minute remaining. Simon has a crack. Held up by Letouffet. That is like a David versus Goliath scenario there. The biggest player for France getting tackled by the smallest player on the field for Manu Samoa. Now nice running outside from Paul. Stopped by Valvas Afasua. Riva finds the offload to Perez and the pressure. Creates the knock on. Now Fa'afoi Falaniko, the no-look offload. And Samoa, another chance before the end of the half. They're strategic. They go into the side where the smaller defenders are. Va'apilo Maliko tries to get rid of all of them. Finds another offload. Motu Opitai for the corner. Samoa should be able to get themselves another, and they do. And that will be 3 tries in the first half from Samoa. This has been one of the better halves we have seen from Samoa in a long time. And that will build a lot of confidence for them. I mean, at the end of the day, they played well in their game up against the Irish in their opening contest last weekend to lose. It was just that decision-making at the end that did cost them that contest. I hope that this game is not a replica of that, or else Brian Lima might start smashing some of his team. Now, kick in that one. Successfully over for the conversion. So the score at halftime will be 21 points to 7. And Brian Lima, not even half a smile on his face. He knows that this game is long away from being over. But France, they are down by 14. It is going to be a very handy lead for the Samoans getting into the second half. Va'apilo Maliko already in this game has been sensational. Almost doing more than he did from the Toulouse Sevens competition. So I think that's definitely going to be something that they look at and think, well, we've made progress. Speaking of progress, a few new players getting the chance to progress their careers for the Samoans off the bench. Elijah Nico. I said in the preview, his arms are bigger than my thighs. And that is completely true. The man has got biceps on him like an old school Hulk Hogan. He might get a crack later on this contest. Short little bursts, I think, is the best way of unleashing him. And this is his debut. So there'll be a bit of pressure there, quite a few nerves. 1 error apiece for both of these sides. We've seen 3 offloads from France, 2 from Samoa. And I believe for both sides, one of those offloads has led to the try. So it may be something they try and use in the second half to their advantage. 7 missed tackles from France. That is probably one of the worst tackling percentages that we've seen from Les Bleus throughout the Sevens competition in quite some time. So they won't be happy with that, conceding 3 line breaks to the Samoans as well. And also we have that Kaumama Go Manu says Afuava. Hopefully I said that correctly. And also we have got their Francais. Serious, I think that is. Or Le Francais. Not too sure what that means, but I assume it's take it seriously in the second half, France, or something along those lines. We know how dangerous the French can be. They finished third. They were extremely unlucky in their game up against the Kiwis. Where's Tuna Tuitama? It's a good point. He is actually going to be missing from this leg. I believe he might have picked up a little bit of an injury and the not to lose sevens, but the league beforehand, which would have been LA, I think, or Singapore might have actually been the one before. So yeah, I think he picked up an injury in Singapore, and that is why he is not in the side. Plus, they are just alongside that bringing in some new blood. See how they go. Go the Manu. Says Salai. Salai? I said that correctly. I think I might have gotten that slightly wrong. Salai, maybe. It has been nicely taken there by Paul to start us off for the second half. A very French name indeed. Now, Riva, ball on the outside. Goes to Grandier, who's shut down instantly by Vauwasa Afasua. Samoa certainly bringing the intensity into this contest. Iragua has to jump onto the loose ball. 22 metres out from the line, and Samoa still reaching for it in the breakdown. Go the Manu, just like the boys. Go the Manu, finish strong. There's Nikki there. And 6.5 minutes remaining. The ball is stripped there. So Samoa managed to take it back. Oh, they've called a knock on against the Samoans. If it wasn't, Va'a Pilomaliko, he was gone and he was going to be putting that ball down on the try line. And he still does, even though the whistle was blown, decided he wanted to that little moment. All right, the scrum for France, 6 minutes remaining. 14 points difference at the moment between these two sides. We have seen sides make massive comebacks in the past in a game of sevens. I mean, even the Samoans, they were 10-0 down up against Kenya going back to win that game. 17 points to 10. So we are far from over. All fed in, though, by Iragua. It's going to be available now. Going off to the right. Riva goes now to Grandier. Rebage on his outside. In fact, it's Trabal. Shut down again. Great defense from Fa'afoi Falaniko. And that seems to be Samoa's tactic at the moment, is rush up, stop France from being able to use that natural game that they do, which is normally just getting that draw and pass going. Instead, big shot coming in from Motu Opitai. Now they're only 15 metres out from their own line here, France. Running out of space. May even have to consider a kick here soon. Ball's gone down. Well, Iragua's gone down and got back up to his feet to protect it. Riva now goes across to Lajel. Quick run in there from Vauwasafasua to try and shut it down. Nice step from Jordan Sefo, and he's dangerous. He's going to be gone. Who for the Samoans is going to attempt the chase? No one at all. And that will be the second French try of the match. And Tawave has said, go Manu Samoa Sevens. Jordan Sefo, he's an X-Factor player to come off the bench for the French here. He is extremely quick. Scored a lot of tries throughout his career, definitely because of the limited amount of events that he has taken part in. Still a sensational talent, though. Breaks out of the tackle of Nuuli via the physicality on show. And now the French, they're back in the match. Let's go, boys. There's Blues Nate there. Very nice try. Oh, Sefu slams down when he scored, but Iragua gets the conversion over. 21 points to 14. Sevens, it's such an unpredictable game. You never know who the next try will be scored by. We're going to try and predict it. I'm going to say Motu Opitai scores the next try in this contest, and that will be for the Samoans. Let's see if we can get that right. I don't even know if Motu Opitai is still on the field. We will see. Let's go, boys, says the Blues Nate there. Iragua kicks it off short. Samoa looking to take it. Nicely done by Nuuli Vaya. Now they have to fight for that one. That seemed like the ball was a little bit trapped, and that was Motu Opitai on the breakdown, so he is still out there. Letufia now has it available, goes off to Malani Matavao. Here's the big man, Elijah Neko, finds the offload as well. Now Malani Matavao, pinning the ears back, tries to go through Iragua, finds another offload. Back to the big man, Neko. He is sensational when he gets the bit of space going. Samoa with Letufia. Going across, here's Motu Opitai in the midfield. Oh, he sold the dummy. No, he's passed it away. But instead, it's going to be Nuuli Vaya who does score the try. Motu Opitai, he was one pass away. Oh, he passed it off to Va'a Pilomaliko, and he slipped over as well in the process. Oh. If Motu Opitai had chased that one as hard as Va'a Pilomaliko, That could have been him. Defense Manu and get another score, says Nikki, and that is exactly what they've been able to do now. 26 points to 14 in favour of the Samoans. And Eyebrow says, Cullen, welcome in. And Alphilia's in the chat as well. Nice run from Nauli Vaya. But yeah, Motu Opichai gave up on the chase, and then Va'a Pilamalika was rewarded with the try. Oh, they're thinking it's strategic to get him a little bit closer to Marcos Maneta. That kick has gone over, 28 points to 14 now. 2.5 minutes remaining. Single season tries for the Samoans. He's sitting on 41 at the moment, trying to catch up with Pesamino from 2007. Pesamino in 2010 got 56 in the season. So Va'a Pilamaleko needs 6 more tries this week to get ahead of Lemmy, who's in second on 46. But he can still maybe overtake one of the records from back in the day. Va'a Pilamaleko, he'll be chasing after this one. Not quite taken cleanly there by the Samoans. But now Vawas Afasua jumps on the ball, knock on the ground from Fa'afoi Falaniko, getting that one slightly wrong. You can see the frustration on his face. And yes, I just say that for the score, says Nikki there. With the fact that they've been able to get all of their conversions, that is very beneficial for the Samoans. They actually did have themselves a draw last week. Was it the week before? No, the Fijians, had the draw with the USA, and that actually cost them in terms of being able to advance far in competition. I see that. I think that was Leilua. Might also be getting his debut match while Fa'afoi Falaniko is taken off the field. Ball fed in now for France in the scrum. They are on their own 22, so they've got a long way to go before they get to the try line of the Samoans. But Thomas Carrell gives it across to Irigua now, looping around. Carrell finds the wide pass now. Bit of space available. Here comes Carroll again, and he's got pure pace when he gets the space, but he's wrestled down by Nueli Letufia, who puts him into touch. He tried to pick on the smaller Samoan player, and Letufia said, nope, not happening. 1 minute 20 remaining. The Samoans still with that 14-point lead. So as long as this line-out is successful for them, they should walk away from this game with their first win of the contest, which would be absolutely sensational for the Samoans. Now Nueli Letufia throwing the ball into the front, taken by Vawas Afasua. Back across to Malani Matavao. Couple quick steps coming in there. Wrestled down again. Thank you for the live, says Nikki. No worries at all. We are going to be live for all the Samoa's games throughout the Sevens competition. The next one is up against the Australians. That is at about 11:47 p.m. So be sure to keep an eye out for that one as well. 40 seconds remaining. It's going to be Elijah Nico going across again. Va'a Pilamaleko puts the kick in behind, the ball rolling awkwardly. And Samoa going to be able to pick it up. It is Motu Opitai who cleans that one. Now Carrell picks it up, though, for France after that turnover in the breakdown, looking for the corner here. It's going to be Joseph Jefferson Lee. He gets in. Now, this is quite interesting, ladies and gentlemen, because if he scores this try and they convert within 15 seconds, they still have one last chance to be able to go for one more attack. 10 seconds remaining. There's a chance of a draw here. If this kick goes over and it's successful, 5 seconds remaining. Have the Samoans made a massive mistake here? Maybe taking their foot off the gas just that tad too early. And the French have said, if you will give us that opportunity, there's a fox on the rugby field. And I'm not talking about Josh Addo-Carr. Why is there a fox on the Twickenham Stadium field? When has that ever happened? Carrell, though, kicks the ball off. All Samoa need to do is retain this ball and boot it into touch, which is, it's charged down. And now Samoa have to jump on it. Getting back up to his feet, Elijah Nico. I thought he was going to just get that ball into touch. Now searching for it. France trying to get the counter ruck. They've been able to do so. Jordan Sefo cleans up the ball. Over it now. Samoa losing their footing. The penalty goes the way of France. Quick tap taken by France. They're not on the mark. I got to watch the Lakers game today. Good luck, Manu, to the rest. And Fox on the pitch, says Grant. And there, Fox. Yeah, Fox on the field. Like it wasn't an angry one, or else there might have been a few more tackles being made on the players and not by the other team. Right, France now, if they get themselves a converted try they will draw this game, and that would be, once again, a massive Samoan chance blown. Jonathan Legel looked for the pass, panicked though, didn't actually go for it in the end. Samoa over the ball, win the penalty. Now just boot this ball into touch, boys. Taking the tap, booting it out for Valvasafasua. That will be the game. That was just to get the heart racing a little bit more near the end of the contest. But the Samoans victorious, 28 points to 21 over France. There was a fox on the field. There was plenty of action taking place. Jonathan Davies says, Fox Twickenham lads, says Fleshing. And also, well, there was a dog on the pitch in the opening game of the Rugby World Cup 1987. There you go. So that's a wee while ago. But Samoa, they win this game 28 points to 21. Certainly a last-minute thriller there between these two sides. But nonetheless, I do thank you all very much for tuning in. Our next live stream involving the Sevens will be at about 11:45, and that will be the matchup taking place between Australia and the Samoans. But thank you all very much for tuning in. Our next one as well is Fiji and Draw versus Waratahs. We will be starting that live stream in 14 minutes' time, so be sure to tune in for that as well. But thank you all very much for tuning in. I will see you all for